हरि ओं नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य भाषाप्रवेशप्रथमभागस्य चतुस्त्रिंशत्तमे कक्षार्थं भवतां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। Okay, so now we have studied all the Dvitiya Bhakti forms and what is the prayojanam or where it is actually used, right? That is important. Without using knowing the forms, it doesn't really make sense. So let us see the usages of the Dvitiya Bhakti. Okay, already we have seen one usage wherever we ask question called Kim, the answer will be in the object case, and that is nothing but the Dvitiya Bhakti. That is one well-known case, but Dvitiya Bhakti is little, in a way, it's kind of a little complicated if you go in deeper in Sanskrit. But at a high level, we can say that there are 6 different usages of Dvitiya Bhakti. Basically, other than Kim, there are 5 other places where we may use Dvitiya Bhakti. So basically, we are going to see all of them one by one in these upcoming slides. The first one is, of course, we know it's a Kim Prashne. So whenever we ask a Kim question, the answer which you get at the place of Kim, that will be represented in the Dvitiya Bhakti. Example, Balakaha Kim Pathati. So you can just use Balakaha Patham Patati, Balakaha Geetam Patati, Balakaha Kavyam Patati. So here Patham, Geetam, Kavyam, all these are in the Dvitiya Bhakti in Ekavachana form. Of course, it doesn't mean that you always get Ekavachanam as the answer. You can also use other Vachanams also. Example, Balakaha Pathau Patati, Balakaha Geete Patati, Balakaha Kavye Patati in Dvivachanam. Similarly, in Bahuvachanam, Balakaha Pathan Patati and Balakaha Geetaha Patati, Balakaha Kavyani Patati. So it's all in Bahuvachanam. And similarly, the next question, Pita Kim Nayati. What does father carry? Answer is Pita Syutam Nayati or Pita Syutau Nayati or Pita Syutan Nayati in all 3 Vachanams. And similarly, Pita Petikam Nayati, Pita Petike Nayati, Pita Petikaha Nayati in all 3 Vachanams. And similarly for Napumsakalingam, Pita Pustakam Nayati, Pita Pustake Nayati, Pita Pustakani Nayati. So hope you are able to get the meanings. So let us move on to the next example. So this is a very simple. So wherever you get a question Kim, and answer will be in the Dvitiya. But remember, the question which you ask with Kim, that should produce the answer in the object case. Only in that case we need to give the Dvitiya answers. But if question produces the subject as an answer, then we cannot use Dvitiya forms. For example, Tatra Kim Asti. So there again the Kim question. But Kim Asti, there Kim is used to represent a subject. What is there actually? So Tatra Phalam Asti, Tatra Pustakam Asti, Tatra Pushpam Asti. In all these Phalam, Pushpam, Pustakam, Pataha Asti, Grantaha Asti. So in all these are actually the subjects. So we represent the subjects in Prathama Bhakti. So only the questions which are raised for objects as answer, then we can actually use Dvitiya Bhakti. Okay, hope it is clear. For example, Kim Pashyati, if you ask without any subject, it just now it's difficult to identify whether it is a answer will be a subject or object. For example, Kim Pashyati, Mitram Pashyati. It is correct because the friend sees. So where friend is a subject. Okay, and similarly Kim Pashyati, you can also say Phalam Pashyati. Maybe some boy or somebody sees the fruit. So again the Phalam is again answer for Kim. But for first one, Mitram Pashyati, there Mitram is a Prathama Bhakti, and Phalam Pashyati, where Phalam is Dvitiya Bhakti. That's the difference we need to understand. And similarly for Mitram Pashyati, the same sentence is still valid for both the cases. Mitram can be a subject and it can also be an object in the same sentence. For example, Mitram Pashyati, for friend sees, and Balakaha Mitram Pashyati, boy sees the friend. Okay. So basically it's purely the context based, and wherever you identify the context that is an object case, you can actually use Dvitiya. So hope I'm not confusing much. So hope you are clear with this one, right? So maybe we'll take very short exercise around this. and we will try to give some, we'll ask some question and we'll try to answer with Ditya form in all three vachanams preferably.
भक्तः किं पठति भक्तः शास्त्रं पठति भक्तः शास्त्रे पठति भक्तः शास्त्राणि पठति
उत्तमम्.
Namo Namaha. I will tell three vachanas actually. Can you please tell me is it correct? Vrikshe kim asti. Vrikshe phalam asti. That is the first one. Vrikshe ke staha. Is it correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Vrikshe.
So, vrikshe.
Phale. K is that dual and phale is that phale staha. And vrikshe kani sandhi, vrikshe phalani sandhi. Is it correct?
Yes, that is correct. So that is exactly correct. There is no issue with the grammatically. There is no issue. But in general, right? Whenever we ask questions, for example, if there is a room and prakoshte, we don't know what objects are there and whether it's a masculine words are used or feminine words are used. We don't know. So in that case, generally we use napumsakalingam. So prakoshte kim asti, that's it. And preferably we also use ekavachanam. So it doesn't matter how many objects are in the room. We generally use prakoshte kim asti. Then answer can be prakoshte utpitikaha santi, pustakani santi, kapatikaha santi, granthaha santi. Okay, but question when we don't know exactly what is the answer, we prefer to use napumsakalinga ekavachana form, that is kim. And even kim can be used even if you know the answer also. In that case, vrikshe kim asti is also correct, because vrikshe kim asti, vrikshe phalani santi, vrikshe pushpani santi, and vrikshe patrani santi. So vrikshe shakaha santi. So the answer, all these are actually answer for vrikshe kim asti.
So kim only is the starting question actually.
Yeah, that's the starting.
Kim common.
Throw some
Kim
questions
is the common.
You'll get all these answers.
Oh, dhanyawada.
And again, another thing I want to add here, the same kim, similar to kim, if you are actually looking for some, especially some human being, some man or woman, maybe you want to ask who is there inside the room. So in that case, generally we prefer to use masculine ekavachana form. Though there are multiple people in the room, basically it depends on the context. Basically, prakoshte kaha asti. It may be a male or female, it doesn't matter. Generalized question is prakoshte kaha asti. And similarly, prakoshte ke santi. If there is some noise coming out of sound or noise coming out of the room, we can generally ask prakoshte ke santi. So who are there in the prakoshta? So it doesn't matter if they're all females or they're all male. But unless you hear very noise, mostly from female, maybe you can ask prakoshte kaha santi. Right? So it purely depends on the context, but when you are addressing some human being or man or woman, in general, you can prefer to choose pumlinga ekavachana form. And similarly for anything else in general, if you want to ask any question, you can ask napumsakalinga ekavachana form like kim asti. So hope it is clear. Yeah.
Balika kim khadati. Balika rotikam khadati. Balike kim khadati. Balike roti ke khadati. Balikaha kim khadati. Balikaha rotikaha khadati.
So here again, balikaha in bahuvachanam, khadati in ekavachanam, that is wrong. So balikaha khadanti and balikaha kim khadanti, balikaha rotikaha khadanti. This is correct, but I would suggest you keep the subject in same vachanam. So balika rotikam khadati, balika rotike khadati, balika rotikaha khadati. Keep the subject in same and verb also in the same number, only change the number of rotika.
Okay, and in bahuvachanam we have to use khadanti.
No, if it is balikaha, then it will be khadanti. If it is balika, khadati.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
So
Right.
balika
Right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
rotikam kadati or balika rotikaah kadati.
Correct. Okay, sir.
Astu.
The question you
Hari Om.
said the transformation for human being. So it will be prakoshte kaha asti, prakoshte ka astah, and prakoshte ke santi for pumlinga. Is it correct?
So you can individually ask if you are very sure that answer is in the Divivachanam or Bahuvachanam. You can actually ask prakoshte kaustaha, prakoshte ke santi. You can ask, but in general, the general practice is kaha asti, prakoshte kaha asti, ekavachanam.
Unless you know for sure there
And
are some
similarly
ladies who
for
don't change the.
If it is a ladies, obviously by sound we can hear it's a ladies, but in that case we can actually ask prakoshte ka asti or kaha santi.
Kaha. Okay. So that is it. Shall we now try a sentence?
Yeah, please.
रामः किं पश्यति? रामः भवन्तं पश्यति. Correct, sir?
Yes, that is meaning.
Whom does Rama see? Rama sees you. Again, you can see kim pashyati or kaha pashyati. Sir, there.
Okay, so again here it is we are expecting some. If it is just if you are expecting some object as an answer, you can actually use kim. But if it is some living being, better to use kam. So Ramaha kam pashyati.
Oh, kam pashyati. Ramah kam pashyati. Ramah bhavantam pashyati. Because you are giving,
Yes.
you are using it for a human being, respectful. Okay. Thank you.
Correct.
So Ramah similarly become Ramah kam pashyati. Ramah Sitam pashyati.
If you are sure that he is looking at some female, you can actually use kam. But if you are not sure whom he is looking at, whether it's male or female, then you can use mescale. But if you are still not sure whom or what he sees, then you can actually use napumsakalingam. But he sees something, but it's a man or woman or some object we don't know, then you can actually use napumsakalinga word called kim pashyati. But if you are very sure that he sees some man, or if you are very sure that he sees some person, then you can go little specific like saha kam pashyati. Or if you are very sure that he is looking at some female, but whom does he look? In that case, you can actually specifically ask Ramaha kam pashyati. So if you want very specific things, you can directly go with that specific lingam and vachanam. But in generalized way, kam and little wider is kam, and much for common is kim.
Okay. So
Okay, just
probably
need
in
to
a group of
practice it, you will get it.
in a group of ladies,
Yeah.
if they ask, and if you want to ask specifically at whom he looks, then kam will be specific, more specific.
Yeah, calm. Yes, yes. So basically, purely based on the context and which is logically makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Understood.
There is again one more few more examples are given, like balakaha kim pashyati, balakaha vrikshan pashyati in Bahuvachanam. All are in Bahuvachanam. Balakaha nadihi pashyati, balakaha chitrani pashyati. Okay, this is something. And another thing is when you ask some question with the kim, it doesn't matter that you don't need to really worry about the answer. So for example, balakaha kim patati. So you don't really have to expect an answer in Pumlingam or Napumsakalingam or Strilingam, right? For example, the same grantha is a Pumlinga Shabda, Pustaka is a Napumsakalinga Shabda. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to answer back in the same gender. And similarly, the question can also be cannot actually ask the question in the same gender. You cannot expect an answer in the particular gender. You basically cannot say that balakaha kam patati, then balakaha grantham patati. This is absolutely correct. No, there is no issue. But while conversing, we generally ask in Napumsakalinga, balakaha kim patati. The answer can be in any vachanam and any lingam. So balakaha grantham patati, grantho patati, granthan patati, or pustakam patati, pustake patati, pustakani patati. It doesn't matter, but kim is a generalized question for all the objects. Okay, hope it is clear. So maybe we'll stop at here, and I think Sankshepa we have seen Yatha Tatha Pustaka exercise, and we have also seen the Dvitiya Bhakti, the Parichaya for Dvitiya Bhakti, and the Vibhakti Rupams for all the Ajanta Shabdas, that is Pratipadikams ending with vowels, plus the Vibhakti Rupams of all the Sarvanama Shabdas. And Prayoga, we have seen the Kim Prashna Prayoga, like when we ask Kim question, we get answer as Ditya Bhakti. We have discussed that in detail, but there are few, again 5 more different categories like a Kutra or Vadati Prachati and Vasati Tishtati Shete and Sarvataha Paritaha Ubhayataha and Vina and so on. So we'll discuss each one of them in detail, but with that we'll end this today's session with a prayer. Okay, there is one exercise on this topic. I think I forgot to discuss that. So write 3 sets of sentences for the question with Kim, where each set contains 3 sentences on each lingam, and ensure that each set is written on all the vachanams with a mix of all non-usual regular forms. Okay, the set 1, we need to write 3 sets and each set is for 1 vachanam. Okay, and that means the answer for Kim will be in Ekavachanam, or answer for Kim will be in Divivachanam, or answer for the Kim will be in Bahuvachanam. And similarly, each set contains 3 sentences for each, one for each gender. For example, Chatraha Kim Likhati, Chatraha Shlokam Likhati. So basically it's singular and masculine. Chatraha Pariksham Likhati, singular and feminine. Chatraha Chitram Likhati, singular and neuter. Okay, the same way for Divivachanam, same way for Bahuvachanam. This is the exercise for now. And of course, the question will always be Kim, unless you are very sure that you are asking for a specific. But of course, it's a mix of all the genders, so we cannot ask Kam or Kam. Mostly it will be Kim, maybe Kam. Yeah, maybe let's try attempting this as a homework in the forum. So with that, we will end today's session. Thank you all for taking part in the session. Let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadaha.